Before the conservatives and liberals goes back to their respective circle jerk groups, you all are the problem. That's right. You all are part of the problem. Really. And you all are just pushing for your own version of a dystopian society. And those of you, the conservatives, hoping and praying and begging for civil war to commence, what makes you think that you're going to win said civil war, said revolution, said rebellion, said insurrection? What makes you think that the grassroots conservatives is going to win? You don't know that. Just like you don't know the simple fact that you just don't know that most people in the military and most of the cops is going to be on our side. What do you mean by our side, huh? You all keep on saying, well, we shouldn't be arguing, but yet you turn around and do some stupid bullshit, say some stupid bullshit too. Like the open carry thing. Oh, it's so bad. It doesn't matter if you're conceal carrying or open carrying. Violence tends to blindside you. That's the truth. But you rather listen to Tier 1 Citizen, Guns and Gadgets, Cody Boy 32 Tactical, Heavy Duty Country, and Black Scout Survival. You rather listen to those people who's going to steer you wrong. Nothing but the same old doom and gloom bullshit, minus the fact that Guns and Gadgets says nothing about Civil War, granted. I mean, he's not a doom and gloom YouTuber. But he's one of those people who keeps on saying, call your representatives, call your senators. Like that's going to help. Call your representatives, call your senators. Oh, it's gonna be civil war, it's gonna be World War III, nuclear war. Jesus Christ. You know, ain't gonna be no, well, I'm just gonna say it. Ain't gonna be no civil war. Civil war is not gonna happen. You know why? Because people like you, along with the liberals, you rather live comfortable lives. You prefer peaceful slavery. You support the idea of comfort. And when a law or a proposed law has something to do with your rights that affects your rights, that's when you care. Why didn't you care 60 years ago? Why didn't you care 40 years ago, 20 years ago? Huh? Why didn't you care? It's when these proposed laws in general, it doesn't matter if they're in the books, in effect, or they were just introduced. It's when those said laws affects your rights, that's when you care. Just like the Blue Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter bullshit. Nobody cared about those groups of people until those social justice warrior movements became a thing. I call it like it is. Even Blue Lives Matter is a social justice warrior movement. I call it like it is. Don't like it? Fuck you. Don't watch my videos. Simple as that. What are you gonna do? Huh? When Civil War starts, what are you gonna do? You don't have the resources at your disposal. Disposal. Say you got bitten by a rattlesnake or a brown recluse, black widow. You don't have the medical supplies or medicine and all that to treat yourself with, especially the venom. All I got to say is, you better hope it's not a baby rattlesnake. Man, that's all I got to say. Them timber rattlesnakes are mean. If you continue to fuck with them. What happens if you get shot in the lungs, one of your lungs, and one of your vital organs, and surgery is required? What happens then? Didn't think about that, did you? No, you didn't. Bye. Have a good day. You didn't you gotta think about these things before you start spewing a bunch of bullshit. And not only that, especially the guy I was talking about yesterday, Jack. He said, I don't think I can shoot my fellow countrymen. Well, you hesitate, you're good as dead. Seriously. See, the thing is, you can have all the bug outs, you can dig all your firearms into weapons cache sites, whatever. You can lose all your firearms in a boating accident and all that kind of stuff, all you want. But what happens when they rush you? You didn't think about that, did you? Going back to what I said about these gun confiscation raids, they are sudden and fast. Could happen anytime, during the day, during the night, especially 3 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, probably. You didn't think about that. They rush you. There's a reason why they rush you. Because they don't want you to have the time to react and defend yourself with your firearms. That's the key there. What happens if they rush you? Didn't think about that, did you? But of course, when Duncan Lemp was murdered by the cops, some cop stood outside his house and shot from the outside in. Shot Duncan Lemp, killed him, and the cop shot his girlfriend at the time when she was pregnant. Blatant disregard for firearm safety. And yet, those same people, they preach about firearm safety, huh? And, by the way, there's a good reason why I don't listen to the cops on basic firearm safety. Because I know they're full of shit. And they usually get mad at me because I choose not to listen to them. I don't care. Look, there's a reason why I push people's buttons. That's right, I push people's buttons. Intentionally. There's a reason for that. And now all the while we're worried, all of you are worried about this little committee or something like that to combat or get rid of misinformation and all that. You all keep on calling for a revolution. You keep on saying, Wolverines! Come back to reality. Alright? Because you ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. When the fighting starts, when the first bullet flies, when the first shot is fired, and the first bullet flies, you're going to hide. You're going to curl up in your little beds or inside your homes and say, oh man, it's happening. Or you're going to run for the hills. Tell you what, if you're not going to put up, then shut the fuck up. And let real motherfuckers like me fight. If you're not going to fight, then step aside. Seriously. This is basically what you're doing right now. Hey, don't get mad at me because you're the people talking about, oh, Civil War. You keep on talking about it. And yet, you're pissed off because at least Marvin Heemeyer actually did something. At least the Branch Davidians actually rebelled against the government. Same thing for Randy Reaver and his friend and family. Despite the fact that if he is or was a white supremacist, that's neither here or there, Maybe you're mad because those people actually stood their ground and actually used lethal force. You're mad because you choose not to rebel, or you, quite honestly, you rather not rebel, or you're too lazy to rebel. So how about this? Either you put up or you shut the fuck up.